Okay guys, so in this section we're going to talk about framing the subject, and as you can see we have a library bookshelf as our backdrop, and the first layout that we're going to look at for framing the subject is one called rule of thirds. Now rule of thirds is where we divide the frame into thirds across the horizontal and the vertical, and what happens is where these red dots are is where the point of focus becomes, and that's where we want to put any points of interest, our subject, our presenter, yourself. So we have put our subject in there, and you can see her face is on one of those focus points, and when we take the grid away you can see she is aligned with 1/3. Now this is useful in case we want to add any extra elements to the video, and that could be text and graphics. That is a safe area for you to put those text and graphics. The next concept we want to look at is something called leading lines. Now you can see that this corridor leads your eye all the way to the back of the corridor, and this is very common. It's good for a set if you're out and about and you're shooting. Then what you can do is you can put the leading lines principle into action, and you can see from this image here, which is quite striking with colour and light, that this still uses that leading lines concept, and it also uses a central figure which ties in with the next subject. And here we have symmetry. This is a symmetrical pattern using the concept of leading lines down there as well, and you can see that this image is divided in half. This gives it some drama. One of the things we need to make sure that we consider is headroom, and this is the gap between the head of the subject and the top of the frame. We want to reserve a little bit of space so it doesn't look too claustrophobic and cramped. What you want to do is you want to mix up your scenes so that they use a variety of these different techniques just to keep the viewers' interest. It makes the video far more interesting, and that means they watch for longer. Okay, on to the next section.